Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time of the day you are watching this lecture. Welcome to Brainstorming Sociology, and this is the lecture 5 that is on the topic gender, which is of utmost importance not only from the point of view that this is a direct syllabus linked topic which is mentioned under paper 1. Here you can see that under the topic stratification and mobility, this topic under dimensions has been clearly mentioned as a keyword gender. But apart from that, gender as a topic can be utilized in the paper 1 and paper 2 from various perspectives. Like again, from the sociological point of view, you can think as a point generation format. You can think for interlinkages. You can think for PYQ back linkages. So there is a channelized view of this topic which helps you to develop the overall understanding of the society and overall understanding of the UPSC perspective of the questions, where each question can be understandable from the perspective of gender, and you can have an automatic point generated answer where gender will be a much highlighted keyword, right? So let's see how the importance of this topic continues. As I told, it's a direct syllabus linked topic where a keyword has been mentioned of the name gender. Apart from that, you can see that this topic has got direct PYQ linkages, right? And for interlinkages of topics that I told you earlier. And for every question, one important sociological dimension is gender. So earlier, the way we channelized this format of the series, where we discussed the sociological perspectives, then modernity, then we went on with urbanization, then we went on with middle class, and then now we are coming with gender. So nothing to be studied again in silos. We have to interlink every topic and understand the dimension for writing good answers, right? Our main perspective is to show the examiner that we have a holistic understanding of the sociological topics. So for that, let's go ahead and let's first see that how the PYQs has been interlinked and asked in the topic gender. So these are the PYQs which have been asked in the last 5 years especially, right? In the last 5 years, you can see that the question has been directly asked. So I am here to show you the importance of this topic in the form of PYQs. See, in 2025, it was asked, do you think that the formal workspaces are free of gender bias? Argue your case. Can you think here that the topic is of informal or formal work or the topic gender? No. So it is interlinked. It has been asked as a mix and match. So you have to show dimensions. Again, 2022, the question was, how do sociologists construct gender in their analysis on social inequality? So how will you justify this? You have to justify this that you have the sociological understanding of the word gender with social inequality topic, and you need to show the dimensions. You have to open perspectives in every form, right? In 2021, again, the question was in the form of explain the emerging challenges in establishing gender equality in the informal sector. So this is again a question which can be backtracked with 2021 and 2025, where formal workspaces with gender bias, and here the establishing gender equality with informal sector. So sector-wise linkages with gender has been asked. So in 2020 also, what is the impact of gender division of labor on the development of society? Again, the same kind of thing. With the division of labor, the word gender has been interlinked and asked, and with the development of the society. So these are the direct questions which has been asked with the word gender. Again, a question from paper 2 that was directly linked with this: banning practice of sati is attributed to annihilation of a major social evil in colonial India. So that is again a perspective of the gender which you need to showcase in this type. Again, yes, definitely thinker's point of view has to be integrated in this, but with that, a overall holistic understanding of the gender as a topic is very important, because these are the direct questions. Apart from that, you can develop points in and around sociologically where the gender will be a thinking point of view, right? So let's go ahead. So the first question that one must ask oneself, that what is gender? When we talk about the term gender and we talk about the word sex, it's a complete two different angles, right? One is biological angle of the thing, and other is the social construct of the word, right? So here in the brainstorming sociology, this is the static notes. In this static notes, you can just have an overview of the word gender, where the topic has been described, and you have a better perspective that what gender has been linked with it sociologically. So you can go through it once. Like as Naila Kabir says, biology is gendered as well as sexist. So women are attached to twofold stratification, that is in relation to men and in relation to other women, and it operates at two levels, which are within the family and outside the family, in relation to men, in relation to other women. So here again the concept of caste, class, ethnicity, race, LGBTQ, poverty, intersectionality approach. B.R. Ambedkar has also mentioned it about the triple burden, right? So again, in within family, we are talking about the gender division of labor. We are talking about the patriarchy, which is low status than men due to patriarchy, which is happening. Bringing up a daughter is like watering a plant in another's courtyard. This is a proverb that is being asked, that is being said, right? So weak gender or power struggle that is being talked of, domestic violence, marital rape, controlling sexuality of women through abortion, feticide, etc. Controlling gender identity, LGBTQ, as they perceive them in other gender, and society enforces heterosexual norms. So abolition of section 377, despite that is being, marriages are still not recognized, right? So Blood and Hamlin, here, despite women taking more participation in employment, important family decisions are still made by men. Mother, housewife role still remains the primary one. So again, inheritance rights, when we talk of, in inheritance rights also it has been talked of with that it is the it's a social obstruction that is being faced by women. So religion sanctions stratification, as well as Manu says women is soft, Devi Dasi dichotomy, Uma Chakravarti also mentions about it. So outside family also things are happening, where again we are seeing conceptualized sexual division of labor. We are talking about Karuna Ahmed. We are talking about women as reserve army. We will segregate and study this in our later slides, but just I am trying to show you the static portion of it so that you have a better overview that how this things to be studied. Like Karuna Ahmed talks about 4 trends in women employment: glass ceiling, sticky floor, glass cliff, pink collarization, feminization of informal labor. These are the core keywords that you need to mention in the word sociology of gender. Whenever you are mentioning these keywords, you are getting a better edge than your competitors, right? So inferior gender, online harassment, rape, body shaming, mansplaining, gaslighting, all these are the latest trends, latest words that are being linked with the word gender. So whenever we are talking about solutions, we can go with gender budgeting, increase in age of marriage, right to property, new laws, Vishaka guidelines, sexual harassment of workplace act 2013, what all has happened over the years. But when you are talking about it in detailed format, like taking every thinker's perspective, taking every institutional perspective, and then linking with the topics, it's much helpful, right? When you talk about it with that institutional interlinkage, you have a better framework to develop your answer. So we will go ahead with that format only, where we have continued in the same format in the previous lectures also, that we'll take the thinker's POV and then we'll link with the other institutions and then see with the current affairs linkages, right? Let's go ahead. Here we are talking about, okay, again another, why should we study gender in holistic view? Because I have been continuously emphasizing on this keyword that we need to study that gender in holistic view. Why is it so? Because current affairs linkages, political representation, women inheritance rights, NDA women cadets, etc., domestic violence, formal informal workspace and gender roles in STEM, religion and gender, tribes and gender, family and gender, caste and gender, agriculture and gender, social movements and gender roles. Recent NEET paper leak protest, we saw that how the increased capability of women has been seen. Again, another keyword that is recently being used is that of, I'll mention it here, it is digital patriarchy. So digital patriarchy, where patriarchy has still been inbuilt in our society in the form of digital patriarchy, where online trolling is being seen to women in a different format, the actresses are being trolled, other influencers are being trolled, but the men are not being trolled in that manner, right? Reproductive choices, when we talk about we talk about pride movement. So all these angles have a subsequent common thread or a common link, that is of the word gender. So that's why gender becomes a holistic topic to be studied, so that we have a better understanding of the sociological angles of the thing, right? So let's go ahead again. and see that gender from thinkers point of view, right? Gender from thinkers point of view and other sociologists. We are talking about starting with the Karl Marx. He always talks with the capitalism angle, right? So capitalism angle talks about reserve army of labor. So intersection of gender and class has been seen, where role of women and relations of production has been linked, and no property rights has been given to women previously, right? But the counter argument calls that examples right now is women now in AI jobs, machine learning, etc. So no longer women can be seen as only a reserve army of labor. Yes, in certain sections, manufacturing and all, definitely it is being seen, but again a way ahead has come up and people have come out of their homes and getting involved, and capitalists are also taking women in their role or job participation. Coming to Emile Durkheim, he talks about the division of labor. He talks about the suicide. In division of labor, we have continuously seen the differentiating angles of men and women, but in suicide also men and women, a different pattern is seen, where men are committing more suicides than women, because as women are emotionally stronger, whether we see that women are emotionally weak and everything, but the biological phase or a certain age that a woman goes through, she becomes emotionally stronger, she has many things to tackle, and in that manner she knows that how to handle those financial burdens and everything, whatever has happened in her past lives and everything. So in that manner women, this is a data which is saying that men commit more suicides than women. Women are less prone to suicides. In the question that that I showcased you at that time, 2020, that sati question, the banning of the sati and all that linkages in that 2021, there also you can show this perspective with altruistic suicide or fatalistic suicide concept and show the linkages. So that's why having the concepts, when you know the basic concepts, you can interlink and show in your answers, right? Going ahead with Herbert Spencer, he has been a little orthodoxy view in this manner, where he has shown patriarchy plus biology, where women have smaller brain, has been shown that since they have smaller brains, so they are often quoted as women not fit for science or maths. So this gets linked whenever you are going to show that yes, women are still being showcased in less numbers and everything, you can show that yes, this angle has been linked with that patriarchy plus biology has been linked, right? Okay, coming to next, Auguste Comte. Auguste Comte, his view is women are spiritually superior. Women are spiritually superior. This shows which angle? Women and religion. So whenever you need to connect women with religion, whenever you're showing that yes, fasting angles and all the puja kind of things and everything which a woman is only doing, why this is happening? Because women are spiritually superior. So Karwa Chauth, Tej, all the festivals, whenever you're looking for broader perspective angles, you will always see women are only in the field of, definitely men nowadays have come up and they are helping their partners and everything, but still eventually if you see that there is always a women angle linked to all these stuffs. So whenever the women angle is linked, you can show it with Auguste Comte that women are religion and women are spiritually superior. Again, coming to Talcott Parsons talks of instrumental and expressive roles. Role differentiating historically stable families, like other times role differentiation was there, which shows that stable family happens cause of role differentiation. But modernization has made gender roles increasingly negotiable, because we are seeing that hybrid, remote or work from homes, stay at home fathers, these are the new concepts which can be linked with instrumental and expressive roles. Earlier it had a limitation that only women are only linked to this role and that role, but now we have seen the evolve culture of the gender which has happened, and it can be used to critique Anne Oakley, right? Because her perspective has been different, so you can interlink the topics and see the usages. Coming to the next topic, that is of Max Weber. Max Weber has been the person who talks of life chances, who talks of status, who talks of power, who talks of social action. In this social action, you can see that less rationality has been always been called off with women. We say that women are less rational, right? So whenever talking in this form, we see that less women in bureaucracy, judges, etc. Because their emotional actions are always overpowering. So whenever you want to show this angle of the gender, you can link it with Max Weber. Gender affects authority and opportunities. Gender operates as status group, influencing life chances beyond economic class. So this is one of the angles of Max Weber, which shows that how women has been linked with life chances, status, power, Okay, not only women, it's about the gender. So whenever you're talking about whichever part of the thing you want to show, link it with that thinker and show that, so that your argument gets a weightage, right? Again, coming to GH Mead, what GH Mead talks of, GH Mead talks of expressive roles and role allocation, because here the concept comes of the I, me, and everything, that game stage, play stage, that is a different thing. But again, symbolically, when you are talking about that, how women can be linked with, or gender can be linked with these roles, we talk of the blue or pink colored toys for boys and girls since childhood, leading to pink collared job allocation too. So this has been a trend, like blue collared job, pink collared job, pink colored toys, blue colored toys. So why this is happening in our society? Because this has been established as the norm. This was again a somewhere a capitalist mindset that was developed, and again that has been linked, so that that color development goes in, and this links that, okay, pink means girls, blue means boys. So this development has been done over the years. This has been attached, so we need to come out of it, and we need to see out of the box with that, right? Okay, coming to the next thinker, that is Simone de Beauvoir. He talks of that biology provides sex and society produces gender. So this is the social construct of the gender. So biology provides sex and society produces gender. Example, increased STEM participation of women. When you want to show this angle that yes, social construction is a gender, you can show it with this example, right? And Oakley, what has been talked of by them, that is that gender socialization, right? Gender inequality begins with everyday learning, not biological differences. Yes, right. Because everyday, whatever is happening, everyday learning that has been taken place, so that has been marketed well, that has been shown. Inequality has been bridged since starting it has been shown. So how it is happening? Toy marketing, differential treatment of boys and girls as sons and daughters by parents, everything. You see, that is a everyday build-up has taken place. It's not a one-day thing that, okay, this is a boy, this has to do this work, this is a girl, this has to do this work. It has been over the years, it has been constructed. Like a boy will play with car, a girl will play with doll. So what it is, it has been marketed as such, right? So gender socialization we talk of. Next, coming to Judith Butler. Judith Butler talks of gender performativity. Where gender is continuously performed through repeated social practices. What are the practices? It can be like, you can see that it near about all the thinkers are saying the same thing, that how social construct is there, but you can see the how the keyword differentiation is there, how the idea differentiation is there. So identity debates, whenever we are talking about the performance and identity, how identity things are getting mashed up and everything, so that you can link with Judith Butler. And again, coming to whenever we talk of intersectionality, a very important topic whenever we are talking about the term gender, it's been by Kimberly Crenshaw. Her view has been in and around that no gender experience is universal, because caste, class, and religion intersect with gender. Dalit women, Brahminical patriarchy. Brahminical patriarchy, how is it? Like upper caste dominance we talk of. They have a different, like what a lower class women can do that a upper class women can't do. She has been restricted in that manner. Yes, definitely she has to go for her higher studies and everything, showcasing and everything has to be done perfectly, but she has not got the right to go and work outside in a certain domain. A lower class women can go and work anywhere in informal sector, even though she might not be getting any chance in formal sector, but still she has got open space to go and work in informal sector. But do you think that upper caste dominance says that yes, you can go and work anywhere? No. So this is a branch that has been faced by the Dalit women, that has been being faced by Brahminical patriarchy. So all this calls for what? Combining all and thinking only as women. When we think only as women, no, this is not a caste thing, this is not a class thing, this is not a gender thing. When we combine that women has to be treated as women, then that's a solution being coming up with that, and that's what we call of intersectionality. Intersectionality is one of the important topics wherever you want to show it in the form of solution, or whatever you show that yes, the things have been happening, women not only has been treated in this manner, she has been facing this all branches of the society. You can show that through this thinker's POV. Okay, coming with gender through institutions. Whenever we are talking with gender with institutions, that was a very good perspective to develop with help of thinkers. Another is very important with gender and religion, gender and family, gender and economy, gender with tech and all this, right? So have a better perspective. So see here, gender and religion. Let's see, legitimization of patriarchy has been talked of. Devi Dasi dichotomy. In Devi Dasi dichotomy, what we say, one sided women is being treated as devis and the other treated as dasi. So that's why Devi Dasi dichotomy, we also learned about it, that Uma Chakravarti has mentioned this keyword, Devi Dasi dichotomy. So legitimization of patriarchy can be your keyword, and the arguments whenever you are presenting it, and the example can be of Devi Dasi dichotomy. What Manusmriti says, it says that women identity linked to father, husband, son, all this. So women doesn't have her own identity. So this has been linked with gender and religion. Again, role allocation, male oriented. What we talk of, like Parda system with Islam, male incarnation and important deities Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh of Hindus, father of church Christians, gurus Sikhism. So wherever we are seeing that women has been called as second type, like yes, we also have the counter argument of we have women as Durga and Lakshmi and Kali. But again, that is very rare. Again, whenever we talk of the important angles of the religion, so theologically always this shows that women are less important and men are always important in any, because whenever the distribution has been in and around like that, you can show the gender angle from the religion perspective in this man. It's a very important angle you can develop. Gender and family, this we all know that women's role is just for progeny, nothing she is expected. Whatever she is being doing, that is her own choice, but her main choice here she can't deny. She has to go for reproduction and she has to be there available for progeny. There has got no other choices for it, right? When we are talking about it from women's role in a family, this gets much important. So mention this dimension. Whenever family angle has to be shown, whenever women's role in angular form has to be shown, that what all women are being like developments, how the societally developments has happened in the gender, but still this role has never been denied of from her, right? So whenever people are talking of the dink families, like double income, no kids, there women has to face many abundance of the other side of the society, where they are being talked of, maybe she can't procreate, that's why she has given herself this definition and everything. But no, that's her choice. But no, that's what not the society exists and explains, helps you understand that way, right? So this is one of the important dimensions. Coming to gender and economy. Economic participation enhances bargaining power. Yes, that's true, that we have seen that with gender participation, economy has also seen that women's bargaining power has increased. Women are going out and doing herself all the things, and bargaining capacity has increased. Narratives like equal pay for equal work, fashion industry, hospitality, tourism pays women fairly. We have seen that air hostesses are being treated in a very good manner, and receptionists have been treated in the very good manner. We have seen in the fashion industries, actresses are being there. So all this shows that yes, definitely bargaining power has increased of women. Coming to the queer perspective talks of they are not deviants, but religion considers them deviant. In a society, queers are seen as deviants, but religion has made them do so. Because Indian marriage system, example can be Indian marriage system does not give legal significance to LGBTQIA plus marriage. Some churches openly exclude LGBTQIA plus community. So these are the examples which you can think from the queer perspective, right? Again, coming to the gender and politics, representation is historical. How this has happened over the years with gender and politics, it's a very good dimension to open your answer, where you show that how the historically the feminist movements have happened. First we talked of the civil rights, next we talked of the political rights, next we have talked of the human rights, next we have talked about the participation in the fourth phase. So again, when we are talking of as the first participation or the first feminist movement which we have talked of, that is the LEF, liberty, equality, fraternity, was the first time the civil rights that has been talked of is the first phase. Coming to the second phase talks of the voting rights. Second phase has the USA, where 80 years later also the voting rights were not given. Second, India, where starting only the women had got the political rights, where the voting rights were available to her. In the third, we had seen human rights, where the dignity had been talked of, where how the dignity has to be maintained with the human rights, right? And the fourth, we have seen the participation, where the Me Too movement, where after LPG reforms, especially in India, where the new age movement participation, especially the social movements that we are seeing nowadays, and this, especially this paper leak protest and everything that has gone, we have seen a different angle where the women have come up, where the gender angles have evolved and shown that yes, women are a very important angle in this Gen Z phase and everything. So you can say that a different angle has opened, and women are seeing their participatory roles increasing. Again, example can be one of the important angles that I showed, that parliamentary reservation, feminization of agriculture where drone Didi has been talked of. So all these examples talks of that how gender and politics becomes a important dimension to understand this topic of sociology as a gender. Again, coming with gender and technology, technology is not gender neutral. This is very important because whenever the increase in technology has happened, we have seen that yes, gender has been played a very important role. But again, technology and gender are not going like poles apart. There are also silos where it has shown that yes, women are not treated in the same way as men with technology. It reproduces existing inequalities while creating new opportunities, like AI bias we have seen, AI chatbots, assistants, stereotypification of the gender, female voices in the form of Alexa, Siri. Why only female? Why they have been used as the slaves over there? It's not we are showing that wrong angles, but we are just trying to question the society that why only women, why can't men? Yes, definitely these days other chatbots and everything has come up, but again it has continued in the form of women. It's a type of slavery that has happened in the technology also. Again, the instruments also, many a times the machineries that has been designed, it's not women friendly. Women are not supposed, their biological limitations are there, they have been not involved in the society in that manner. But again, things are changing over the years, and we hope that things go in a very broader manner and changes become more more visible, right? So next, coming with the subaltern perspective, where Uma Chakravarti mentions about the triple burden: caste, class and gender. Example, Dalit patriarchy. It's a very important keyword, it's a very important term that can be used in any answer, any dimension. Coming to the next, okay, that's all with we have the institutions perspective. Let's now see that how these current linkages where you can link with the gender angle and expect questions that UPSC can frame in around 1 or 2 years, or you can see that yes, you can use in dimensions too. It's not just about UPSC asking it or directly or not. You can say that yes, this question can be linked, or I can open this dimension, right? Like deep fake crisis. You can link women, you can link gender, you can link any angle of this. Women as NDA cadets, you can link gig economy, gender roles plus crisis, what is happening. Me Too movements with NEET paper leaks protest. Gen Z is how gender roles increased young women participation. Digital patriarchy, which I again forgot to mention here, which I talked about in my previous slide also. How online scamming and everything, online things are happening, and online trolling has been happening. Increased participation in farmer protests, Women's Reservation Act, what has come up. So everything that has to link with the current affairs can be linked with this dimension. So that shows, I hope that now you can surely connect these dots and see that how the question were asked in the UPSC PYQs in the questions, like impact of gender division of labor on the development of society. Now you can surely show the development of society and the impacts. You can show that how division of labor can be linked with economy, how it can be linked with tech angle, how religion can be important angle, like division of labor there also. Priests are not there in that manner, how popes are, everything you can show, like, right? So now this topic is to open your eyes for the overall understanding. This topic helps you enhance the sociological lens that has helped you develop to see that how gender can be utilized as one of the important keywords, as one of the important highlights, as one of the important thinking point of view. So in that manner, develop this sociological understanding of the gender. Go through this lecture once again so that you have a overall lens, overall understanding better, so that you can have multiple perspectives linked, right? So that's all from my end. With this, I come to the end of this lecture, and this is the Brainstorming Sociologist QR code or the Telegram channel, for which you can surely scan through, and you can go and check the channel's reviews and everything, and you can see that how the channel has developed over the years, how the channel has been producing good content for the sociology linked with UPSC, and how everyday current affairs has been also linked and shown in the many cases, and that's a very good example wise you can quote with your answers. So have a overlook on the channel for the static perspective also of the gender topic, or any other topics you can surely go through there. I hope you like the lecture, And I hope you watch till the end and have a great perspective of overall understanding of the sociology of gender. With this, I come to the end, and thank you so much for patiently hearing me out. Thank you.